For a stat project, we wanted to find out how far people travel to GW. Each of us asked 10 of our friends where they lived. From this, we used Google Maps to find out how many miles they traveled. Our independent variable for this experiment was where these kids lived. The dependent variable for this experiment was how many miles they traveled, which is dependent on where they lived.
Hey George, what hometown are you from?
Western Massachusetts.
On Google Maps, I found that Western Massachusetts is 438 miles from Washington, D.C.
Excuse me, can I ask you guys where your hometown is?
What is this for?
This is for a stat project.
Stat project.
We're doing like how far you travel GW.
From Princeton, New Jersey.
Princeton? Pittsburgh? Thank you
Alright,
guys.
thank you guys. After searching the internet, we have found that Princeton, New Jersey is 185 miles from Washington, D.C. After searching the database, we have found that Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania is 245 miles from D.C.
Using the data that we gathered, we created a box and whisker plot to show the lower and upper quartiles, as well as the median and high and low numbers. Next, we created a scatter plot. As you can tell, the majority of the students travel less than 500 miles, while a few travel more than 2,000 miles.
I just found out from the College Insider that the average distance students travel nationwide to college is 94 miles. I'm going to hypothesize that GW students travel farther than 94 miles to get to college because GW is a private institution in a big city.
We did a hypothesis test using mu as 94 miles as stated by the College Insider, and we wanted to find out at the 5% significance level. So we used the Z test statistic formula, found out that the Z score is 3.89. From here we did the whole probability thing, found out the probability is 0.0002, and since we did it at the 5% significance level, 0.0002 is less than 0.005. So we ended up rejecting our null hypothesis and accepted our alternative hypothesis.
Well, Darius, in addition to rejecting the null, we've decided to take the numbers from the previous experiment and construct a 95% confidence interval. Doing so, we found the margin of error to be 180.68. We then added 180.68 to 453.18 to construct our confidence interval, which is 272.5 to 633.86. Therefore, we are 95% confident that the true mean of average distance traveled by GW students falls between this confidence interval.
What are you doing?
Grandma got ran over by a reindeer.